Still a good song.
And right,
Oh, yeah.
it is jammed to it. So
It's
so
hard to
good.
It's hard to believe that's my wife. I asked her yesterday. I said, "Do you think you could still play the bass?" She says, "I don't think I could." I'm like, that's
Riding a
kind
bike.
of sad.
I'm sure
She
it's
gotta
like riding a
try.
bike.
We had so much go on this past week or so that is fun and controversial and exciting. Like, I don't know, where do we start?
There's a lot.
Maybe we start with giving these people some gratification and saying hello.
Ha!
We can do that.
Bam!
That's
Missed
Paul's
it last
fault.
week.
What's going on, Brian and Holly? Thanks for showing up. Fucking Gerald. Sammy! What's going on, Jen? How are you? Thanks for showing up. Who else we got? Shane, the man, myth,
Legend.
creative. How are you? I'm not gonna even fucking attempt.
It's not that hard. Cora Lopez. It's not that hard.
Crystal, thank you for showing up. You're the better half. Tits McGee. All right. Hey, how are you?
Hey, Alicia.
Michael.
Mikey.
Oh my God! Look who popped in. Ah, the other better half, Allison. How are you? Look at the fucking guy pops in, huh?
Shit.
He's going to have a wicked show, I think, on Tuesday. He's going to get more into some stuff than I think even we will.
Yeah, he is.
Is he coming? Is he coming out of retirement for this?
He's doing.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's doing one a month. I think one a month he's gonna do.
Is he doing the night show with Chris or the morning show with Chris or whatever?
I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out.
I'm not sure of the time. I did see it though.
Well, Brian could say it if he wants to. He's on.
He is.
He is.
So let's dive right into it. So the clown. Let's talk about it. What's your view? Do you think it was a joke? Because that's gonna be the question that everybody's gonna ask for the next month. Do you believe it was a joke, or that went rogue, or do you think it was purposely done and there was just way too much heat in the kitchen and he said, "I need to get out of here"?
Well, I mean, it was a week, right? Had that snake for a week.
At least 3 days.
At least 3 days, right?
It was a week, I think, before he got it back.
And it wasn't in his facility; it was somewhere else.
So it was from the show, right? And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know all the details. We can tell you what we know. We know that it disappeared at the show. It disappeared at the show, and when he got home, it was missing. None of them had it, and basically, Insane Clown and Bomb Project put out an all points bulletin. If you find the snake, let us know about it. We want to make sure it gets back.
Yeah.
If you have any information regarding going forward, and that was put out, and it went from there. And again, all of this is a little bit hearsay until you're actually the people. So I'm going to repeat that over and over again. Apparently, the police got involved very early, reached out to the vendors and said, "We have video. We're going to be going through it. And if you know anything, please let us know." Kind of that type of subject.
Well, allegedly. That's the word we have to use. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That's a good word to use, yeah. So
this is like where Brian comes in and says everything, what he used to say. He said we have to police ourselves.
Yeah.
And it exactly happened that way. So if it was a joke or it wasn't a joke, obviously that's an expensive fucking joke. My stomach would have fucking vomited when I found out that snake was missing out of the collection. and then let alone be 3 or 4 days, and then say, "Hey, it's a joke." I'd be furious. But the policing of everybody that's why it got returned.
There's so much rumor out there. It's like everything else. That's why I hate talking about stuff like this, is because nobody you hear 10 different things, right? 10 different stories to everything. So whether it was a joke, whether it wasn't, it sucks the dude's snake went missing. But
Yeah.
until they come out and talk about it publicly and we get like the facts from both sides' mouths, we can't assume one way or the other. Because that's exactly what our justice system has started doing, is assuming guilty before proven innocent. And
Right.
and I don't want to be part of that.
100%, right? Just trying to move it. Price cut $5,000.
Did you guys see Bob Vu's? So Bob Vu found the exact same
Oh yeah.
type of snake at an expo. They had it on the table for $17,500,
Yeah.
and he said, "How to up your game on a budget?" And he basically went.
Yeah.
He grabbed his key, he unlocked it, put it in his pocket, and walked away.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was yeah. I honestly think that the guy had a complete lapse in judgment, and how he thought it wasn't going to go bad, I don't know. I think the fact that the police did a really good job of making everybody believe there was video is the only reason that the animal may have not perished, because it would have went really, really bad had there been video of it disappearing and that animal not been alive. It would have been a lot worse than it was. So hopefully he learns his lesson if that's the case. And I'm sure the reason that he's not talking about right now, I'm sure there's some sort of investigation, and that's why we're not hearing anything, because I know if it was me involved and that was an accusation, I would be trying to clear the air as best I could. So I think that there's more to it, and that's why nobody's
Doesn't matter.
the two individuals that are actually not talking are the two that know the best, and they're not talking.
Mm-hmm. But again, he'll be selling snakes in no time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Short-term memory with this hobby.
I'm sure he sold about 10 snakes this weekend.
Yeah. So anyway, so what else? I think it's been I think it's been beaten to death.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's just like the assassination attempt on Trump. I mean, it's everywhere. It's all been beaten to death. Everybody's got all the information already. What?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. But my fear is, I have a fear of missing out. I don't know about you guys. I'm a FOMO.
You're a FOMO?
Yeah, I have a fear of missing out.
Missing out on what?
You never heard that? FOMO? Fear of missing out? Like the
Yeah.
people that want to be in everything because they are so afraid they're going to miss something.
So
That's
what
our
do
topic,
you?
right? Fears.
Yeah, I get it, but I feel like
I'm trying to
gay
fear of missing out. It just sounds
like homo.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just trying to make it funny, and apparently it went right over
100%.
everybody's heads but mine. It's cool.
I didn't go over my head.
I was trying to gradually lead, like seamlessly lead into the transition into something that somebody
fears.
might give a fuck about, like fears, like our topic. But then you guys fucked me. It's cool.
Super chats. By the way, we keep forgetting. Thank you to the fat man himself. We can receive super chats. If we do get any, all proceeds are going to the Susan B. Komen Race for a Cure for breast cancer. So that's topic one.
That Chris would say.
You got to save those yams. Yeah. You got to save the yams. That's what Chris would say.
Yeah.
And the Lamest Chat is now available on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and all your other favorite podcasts. So he's now graciously put that out there for everyone to
upload
be able to hear.
Hashtag save the tatas.
Hashtag save the tatas.
The tatas that have itsy bitsy spiders crawling on them. Those tatas are important too. All the tatas.
Thank you there, Brian Holly. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button too, and subscribe.
My biggest fear is open water. It's like thalassophobia, open water. I hate being in an area where I have no idea what's around me.
Thanks, Timmy.
Like sharks, gators, all that stuff there. I don't fear dying, but I fear getting attacked and maimed. That's my fear.
You have a fear of gators in fucking Canada?
No. When I go to
Did anybody else just catch that? Like, what the fuck? I have a fear of gators and sharks in Canada.
When I go to the States and I'm swimming in oceans and shit, that's my fear. Jaws and Lake Placid screwed me over.
I can't see how much of Lake Placid, but I do know that when Jaws did come out, my mother told me that she remembers that the beaches were clear. Nobody went.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It was a scary thing. Like they made everybody think that sharks were real. Like, gonna go out of their way and just eat people.
So with that, you know that the furthest north in the U.S. that they found a bull shark was all the way up in Indiana. It went all the way up to Mississippi. And into a lake in Indiana.
Yep.
And they caught a fucking, I think it was like an 18-foot fucking bull shark in Indiana.
They say that the bull shark is the one shark who can naturally process fresh water.
Both, yeah, it's both. It's fresh and salt water. It's crazy.
I think most of the time where they're found, right? It's brackish, right? More brackish. So yeah. But that's pretty. That's pretty bad though. Like you're stepping out in Canada and you're getting eaten by a fucking alligator.
You know what?
Right in your own driveway.
I'm saying when I go to freaking places that have like salt water, that like in Canada, the great thing is you're not getting attacked by anything. Like a bear maybe in the woods, or getting hunted when you're hunting, getting attacked by a deer because you're an idiot.
You put deer piss all over you.
The fucking moose.
Oops. Yeah.
The Canadian Mountie Police or whatever.
The Mountie Police.
But a fucking gator? A gator in fucking Canada?
Oh, God. You know what? I'm just telling you that if we were out in the States and you guys said, hey, let's go for a swim, and it's open water where I can't see anything, I'm not doing it.
You're a vagina.
Yeah, fine.
Get it.
For Chris's information, I got that straight off a TikTok video that had nothing to do with Elon Musk or Joe Rogan. So eat a dick.
Be a TikTok. That's all right. That's where you got your information from.
Fucking TikTok, goddammit.
Solid source.
And it was a National Geographic thing on TikTok. It's fine.
Okay, so now that I'm a vagina because I tell you my goddamn fear, which I don't. Anyways, what's yours? Do you have one?
Me?
Yeah.
Let's go to Chris. Let's let Chris talk. Chris looks like he has fear of Muslims.
Yeah. We're not going to say that on the record.
No, we're going to get canceled. Just the same as Eminem. Go ahead.
Yeah. If I had to say, I do not like small confined spaces.
Claustrophobic.
Yes. A little bit.
I feel I can do tight spaces. Like I can go in, but which is again not quite claustrophobic. Me, it's if you were stuck and I'd lose my mind. But
I was like referring to that cave thing. Like I the movies like where they get stuck between like the rocks and shit like that. Like that'd kill me. I watched some of these like cave exploration videos and I'm just like, no, can't do it.
In the military, don't they make you guys do like some like when they do the belly crawls? Isn't some of it through like tighter spots?
We had a course that we went through, and it was, and that killed me, but I did make it through it. Another thing too is with people that fear heights. I had a drill sergeant say to one guy he was terrified to go up basic training. We had that, you probably know that tower you have to rappel down. The guy was terrified to go up, and he said, "I have a fear of heights."
Crystal's awesome. Sorry.
But the drill sergeant told him, "It's like, hey, nobody's ever died from the height. Nobody's ever died from the fall. It's that sudden stop at the bottom that gets you."
A lot of military guys, it's the sudden stop that screws up their career. They break their legs, they break their spine. They don't absorb it quite as well as they should have.
Yep.
Crawling under wire would suck too, though. Like just getting caught up and barbed wire
snagged on it while you're crawling.
Yeah, sea wire sucks. Concertina wire is a fucking nightmare. Fuck that shit.
I like small towns. I fear flat places like Texas, Indiana, and boobs and sports bras.
What's that? Oh, so what? What do I fear? I mean, fuck quicksand.
You got a lot of that in New York, right?
Yeah, you gotta watch out.
Yeah, that's like gators in fucking Canada. What the fuck?
Quicksand, yeah, I gotta worry about it. I don't have to worry about it. No, spiders. I fucking hate spiders. So
really, spiders.
I'm not terrified, but I fucking hate them.
I fear that too.
I think that's a mutual fear right there between us all.
It's
and for some reason it's
I'm afraid of my wife.
It's a growing fear.
It's very prevalent nowadays.
Yeah, you can't tell.
No,
you can't tell.
Some of these girls look pretty hot
until it's too late, right?
Dude,
what do you want until they yeah?
What are you doing?
It's bigger than yours.
Gun is digging into my hip.
Yeah. All right, at this point, think about it. If you guys, I'm gonna pose this question to you because it goes into our fear thing. If you're in there, right? You go to a bar. You're single. You go to a bar. You pick up this chick. She's a fucking dime piece, right? Just hot as shit. You take her back to a hotel. You're freaking getting down. She's giving you the little gluck gluck. You know, she gave you the hot to her. You reach down to get that thing wet, and you feel a dick bigger than yours. What are you doing?
You're killing somebody.
Going away for murder.
I mean, at this point, you've already fucking done it.
Yeah. Just might as well turn her around.
I mean,
you've already gotten off, so can we not just end it there and just then you don't? It's one of those things that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You'd never talk about it.
It's like Harold
in the famous words of Paulie Ermy, you look like the kind of guy that'd fuck another guy in the ass, and not even have the damn decency to give him a reach around.
Reach around. Common courtesy, huh?
So you're going to give the reach around, or you're going to suck it?
It's not gay if you don't make eye contact.
Any of sucking penis.
It's like ice cream at that point. How do you know what flavor ice cream is like? Unless you try it. You're already there. I mean, if anybody finds out you're gay, or sorry, that's not politically correct anymore. I apologize for anybody in the chat that feels that way. Chris Eaton included. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. So.
I'm just not. Yeah, you know what? I think nowadays you almost have to, when you're going to get to that point in a relationship, if you're unsure, you might have to do the Ace Ventura and give a reach down and see what you got.
I think you should do it long before you get to that point.
It's like the same thing as an ID check. You can't tell anymore whether they're 18 or 15 or 23. You can't tell if they're a guy or a girl. So you better ID check that shit and ask. You better ask the question and look for an ID.
IDs now you can change and change your sex on them.
Do the brush up. I like that, Jen.
I'm glad I'm married.
Yeah, fucking right.
Oh my
yes. It is easier.
I'm terrified of Jeanette, but I'm glad that I'm married.
Right.
You know who's not married? Chris Eaton is not married.
He's probably gone that far and just went with it.
And he's already at that level now. Like he just rolls up to it like, that's probably a dick. I'm not back.
he just give a little tap.
Oops. He purposely drives the handle of the of his electric scooter right to it.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Just checking.
There's. I was looking at phobias and like there's hundreds of them, and you're trying to read them, and I'm like, I can't read these. I'm gonna be. My fear is goddamn words.
You can't
There was
pronounce
one.
any of them.
There was a fear of big words. That was one of the fears in there. I'm like, I can't fucking read that. That's a big hippopotamus. I was like, what the fuck did that just say? I can't read that.
Like triphobia is the fear of holes.
I don't have a fear of that.
No. Words are. That's Brian, by the way, because I saw at the beginning. He said the only fear he has is his wife. He says he's not afraid of ball pythons. He fears his wife.
Yeah.
So I was reading something before we were doing this, and it was talking about fears, like legit fears. Legit fears will cause panic attacks. They'll cause heavy breathing, heart palpitations, sweating, stuff like that. So just being a little scared of something is not the same as having a fear. Like, right. I'm scared to death of heights. I fell out of a helicopter, broke my lower vertebrae. I don't fucking do heights anymore. That's one that I just can't. I'll lock up. The job that I was on a while back, I had to get in a boom lift. Went up 130 feet. There was another guy driving. I was sitting down in the basket, curled up, because I was scared to death. And he was up there shaking it, being a fucking douche. And I'm tied into this bitch, but still, no, I fuck that shit. I don't do heights.
Back to what I said though, did the height hurt you, or was it that sudden stop at the bottom?
I don't give a fuck. I don't like seeing the bottom from that angle. It's that angle. I don't like seeing the bottom.
Yeah, fuck off. Fucking
you're not the only one that said that.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah. You can calmly hit the fucking end button and stop watching.
There you go. And I won't tune in on Tuesday.
That's fine. We watch your shitty podcast all the time.
Yeah, hold on. We'll talk about nothing for 35, 40 minutes before we bring on our guest for 10.
You know, it's funny. You're right. And as you get older, right, you tend to be more cautious with things too. So like climbing a ladder to get on my roof to clean my gutters and to looking down, and it's not a high fall. Like you tend to fucking be like, this is not for me anymore.
Allie wants so we had the house before we moved into this one. It was pretty low. I would say it was probably. I mean, it was a single-story house. The roof, it was maybe a 10 to 12-foot drop, right, to get from the edge of the roof to the ground. And I was scared to death. And now we've got a 2-story house, and she wants me to crawl up on this bitch with steep-ass peaks and put up Christmas lights. And I'm like, you're outside your fucking mind. I am not doing that. You can climb up there and hang Christmas lights. I'm not doing it.
Oh. I'm not going to let Brian chirp me.
We're testing the waters.
With the one time he decides to get off his ass and visit.
Yeah.
His internet connection's so shitty, it's going to be 6 weeks before he can fucking watch the full video anyways. It's fine. He'll never catch up. He's probably on another cruise.
Mike said, I've jumped 49 times. I'm old and I can't jump off 4 feet now.
Yeah,
it's true though. You get older and you're like even jumping off the back of the truck. I'm like, I might hurt my ankle.
Yeah, when I did my OSHA, the wrong way.
I did OSHA 10 and OSHA 30 training, and when I did that, one thing that they showed was most deaths or injuries come from falls of 4 feet or less.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the high falls that'll fucking kill you. I mean, yeah, they'll kill you, but it's the lower ones are just as dangerous.
Right.
4 foot or lower are the majority of all deaths or serious injuries due to falls.
Yeah, my wife's brother's still in a coma from February from falling off the roof.
Yeah, that's right.
Still.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another reason why I don't want to go up on my roof and hang Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she just wants to make sure your insurance is well paid, and she doesn't care.
Yeah, she's like, I just took out another $1 million on your life insurance.
It's a
Can you
setup.
get that? Can you? Yeah, right there.
Crystal talks about what movie was it?
Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that fucked me up. Airplanes, roller coasters, driving behind tractor trailers. I don't know, even walking outside in the power line suddenly falling and electrocuting everybody. That movie fucked everybody up. Each one of them got worse.
Yeah, and there are things that so often you know, especially you in the States that have a lot more of the natural disasters and stuff. So much of these things actually happen where, you know, power lines get knocked down, they're still live. You know, we follow logging trucks on a daily basis. And you get behind it and you're like, you don't think nothing of it. You're 20, 30 feet behind and you're like, I could eat one of those.
Yeah, how quick is your reaction since you're old? You know?
I'm older. We're just gonna go in general now.
Yeah. As the logs coming at you. Fuck.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm just dead. It's okay. Like we talked about it. I got good insurance and my wife would be well off and she'd get a pool boy. Either that or she'd go see Chris, one or the other.
I think once you hit 40, you just you turn on some Carrie Underwood and let Jesus take the wheel. You know, if it happens, it happens. Just fucking full send. Let it go. Everything hurts, and I want to
die. We just Aiden is afraid of those windmills. He always thinks that, you know, one day they'll just fall and somebody will get killed.
You ever see some of those videos?
Well, then
of them fucking
going out of control. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he saw those, and then and we're like, you know, that it's not really gonna happen and whatever. And then he watched the trailer for the new Twister movie, or I think it's called Twisters or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a remake. But he's like, "Yep, I'm done. I'm not going around around windmills."
Oh. I used to think that tornadoes were my biggest fear, like growing up, because there's been one reoccurring dream in my life, and it's always been tornadoes. From the time I was like a little kid in elementary school, when the first one hit my friggin' elementary school and like twisted the roof. From then on, I've had I thought I had a fear of tornadoes because of the dream, right? I would wake up sweating because of the dream. But now I sit outside and friggin' watch the thunderstorm roll in. I'm like, come on, tornado. Yeah. Let's see some cool shit. Like, I want to go be a storm chaser. I'm not scared of tornadoes. I don't know. That was a irrational fear when I was a kid.
So stop buying the shitty toilet paper, Lenny.
I was gonna say, so the question is, Lenny, if that happens, do you smell your finger or do you go wash your finger?
Of course you smell it first. Who doesn't? Right? That's a guy thing. That's a guy thing. You got to smell it. How bad is my shit?
Lenny definitely smells it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
That my ass?
What?
It's a joke. It's from one of the movies. What the hell is it? He says, smell my fingers. Smell my fingers. He's like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's my ass.
It's fucking right. No matter what, you're like, fuck.
Gotta give the courtesy sniff, man. Courtesy sniff.
Yeah.
Scary movie.
Yeah. What was his name? Come on, Lenny, help me out.
Special Officer Doofy.
Doofy. There you go.
So yeah. This was years ago. I went to my friend's house in Myrtle Beach, and we're all on his backyard, yard, whatever. It was against the canal, and so his house is on stilts and everything like that, and we're sitting on the deck outside, and we're watching a storm roll in, and it was pretty fucking cool. And like I turn around to talk to my friend, and his hair is standing like straight up, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then my arm stood up, and we turned around, and in a split second, a lightning bolt came and hit the light that was above our heads and exploded the fucking light.
That's crazy.
And I was like, yeah, fucking almost shit my pants.
Well, as you said before, it strikes, your hairs will stand up when it's close.
I would say that if I wasn't high and drunk, I probably would have probably shit my pants. But yeah, it was fucked up. Yeah.
So something that goes along with fears, like what would be your most feared way to die? Like if you were gonna die, what's the one way you wouldn't want to go?
Suffocation.
Drowning.
Burning.
I think mine's burning. It's burning or drowning. Both of those sound fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Well, in all of them, you suffocate first because with burning, the oxygen gets burnt up before you actually succumb to the fire.
Yeah, but you feel it. You feel
the whole time. Hell yeah.
The whole time. Just that much pain.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Well,
I got third-degree burns on my legs when I was in fucking high school. Fuck that.
Think about drowning though. It's like you're fighting your instinct to hold your breath in the water
and drinking
at the same time. You need to breathe, and your
so you inhale.
Takes over. Yeah, you just
it's fucking crazy.
Well, I say suffocation because every one of us has lost somebody to cancer or whatever, and a lot of them are usually lung or whatever. And the thing that takes over is the fact that you stop being able to breathe or take in air the way you want to, and you start to panic. And when you start to panic, that like it's just crazy. Like if you're panicking and you're not gonna die because you're panicking for whatever reason, you'll pass out and then you'll actually start to breathe normal. Your body will actually be able to rectify itself and take in the oxygen it needs and be able to go. It's when you can't and all of a sudden you're suffocating. It's like a guy who needs an inhaler. A lot of people, if you would just knock them out, they'd probably be able to be okay.
Well, I'm asthmatic, and I have stopped breathing on a couple occasions.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I burned. So my lungs got fucked up when I was in Iraq, and I came home and had all the allergies and everything. So now, like allergy season, spring and fall especially, I'll just I'll have asthma attacks in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping, and Allie will wake me up like scared to death and make me hit my inhaler because I'm like, and I can't breathe. I'm fucking straight. So, and I'm having dreams about suffocating while I'm literally suffocating and have to wake up and hit my inhaler. She stayed up for like 2 days straight watching me because it was that bad. That shit sucks.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm still gonna stick with my not being able to breathe. That's my one. Suffocation is just, even if a person was going to kill me, I'd rather be shot in the head than have somebody put a bag over my head and suffocate.
I remember
these dumb motherfuckers in these movies that are having their hands and they're like grabbing and doing this while somebody's bags, like, just pop the fucking bag open. Right. Are you fucking retarded? Like, quit making stupid movies. Just pop the bag open, you dumb fucks. All right, go ahead, Paul.
I remember when years ago when I was a lifeguard, and they said when you were saving people will panic when they're drowning, and they taught us that when you get there, because they would either try to drag you under, you punch them in the face. That's what they taught you.
Knock them out.
Punch them in the face. Now they say don't do that anymore. I'm like, I was like, yeah, right.
Fuck. Updated the handbook.
Punch in the face.
but it's true. It's the same as, have you ever went and tried to help a dog that's swimming? Like, the dog will drag you under. Like, even if you're swimming and the dog can swim, just because they want to swim with you, they will literally try to crawl on top of you and drag you under.
So I think panicking is a scary, like, panic attacks and everything like that. That fucking just I think that makes you feel more of a like you're suffocating. You start panicking.
Yeah, it's worse.
Panic attacks.
Panic attacks can be just as bad. Like, and some people start panicking just natural disasters. They're getting close. They start panicking anything bad in their life, and panic attacks can be, people go to the hospital because they think, okay, there's something seriously wrong with me.
Right.
Yeah.
We had baseball size to cantaloupe. Yeah, I saw a video, and maybe that was in that area. There was a guy and he was driving, and it literally shattered out all the windows.
All right. Can you guys tell me what tophobia is? Topophobia.
Can you say
Here
it?
you go, Chris. Topophobia.
What's
What's your guess that topophobia would be? Sorry, we're gonna bring it back to Chris's old shit. That show that he did with the dumbass Australian and that fat fuck from New York.
The Bronx Down Under.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Topophobia. Do you guys know what topophobia is? Hold on, let me.
No.
Sorry, I was glitching. My internet went out. I'm funny enough to Chris right now, so I'm helping him out. I'm giving him a throwback to the past.
Jared's on tonight.
Jared's pretty funny today.
Topophobia.
No clue.
The fear of being buried alive.
It's like, how many people can say like they've actually been buried alive? Like to make it a real fear, right? Like how many people have been buried alive to say, hey, that's something that could really happen?
Do you see, back in the day when people died and everything they used to have a bell by the
cemetery,
by the cemeteries?
That's the graveyard shift term came
Black
from.
Plague and shit that they had like an abundance of people that were being buried alive. So they started putting the bell up there to
that's where they got graveyard shift.
Yeah, graveyard shift.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, Chris, we do thank you for letting us join your wonderful channel.
Just quit being a dick, goddammit. You want to be a dick, be quiet. We've had bad weeks, all right? We don't need this shit. Do it offline. I just got back from drill. I'm in first sergeant mode. I've been in charge all fucking weekend dealing with these fucking people. And I don't want to deal with fucking people and stupid shit. So just don't say stupid shit.
So what you're saying is you're kind of crusty right now.
I'm not crusty. I'm just in a mood to talk back. I don't give a fuck.
Got a little sand in your vagina.
I used the brush. I knocked that shit out earlier.
You know what's funny is Chris. He gets that way, and you can see it in the way he writes stuff, because you can tell he's just in bad humor. Like I'm literally, and I'm just like, okay, he's angry right now. He's like, yeah, I woke up in bad humor.
Fear of tanking. Fear of tanking.
Agoraphobia.
He needs a bucket of water.
Does anybody know what ergophobia is?
Agra or ergophobia?
Ergophobia.
The fear of being ergonomic.
ERGOPHOBIA. Ergophobia.
No clue.
Never heard of it.
It's the fear of work.
That's this whole generation, right?
Yeah, that's like a whole fucking generation of people.
Xenophobia.
Xenophobia. Yeah, that shit. The fear of things you don't understand or people you don't understand.
The fear of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can you have the unknown? You don't know everything.
Well, I don't know if you think it's just for that, or you think that you don't know what's at the end of that tunnel.
The anticipation.
The anticipation.
Everything is unknown. The anticipation of every day. Am I going to wake up?
I guess you're right, but
are we going to stay on Fat Man Nation for long?
Look, go buy some silver stocks, okay?
He has a bunch, and it went up 35%.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's made money on it.
Making some fucking money on that shit.
He's covered the shipping.
Chris is on fire.
He's fucking going.
It's okay. I'll take the Sabo rounds. It's fine. I'll be the one that stands up for our group because Gerald won't. Gerald just takes it on the chin like a nice Canadian.
You're going to take it in the ear, right?
I just ignore it. Electrophobia.
The fear of being electrocuted.
No, it starts with A.
Electra. The fear of Carmen Electra coming to get you in your sleep.
No. Fear of chickens.
Oh, well, not my backyard.
Fear of chickens?
Fear of chickens.
Apparently, we need a fat man phobia because they think we're scared of being canceled by the fat man.
All he's got to do is push a button.
Yeah, that's it. He's the one that wanted this, by the way. He asked me, and he knew the fucking asshole that he was putting on this. He knew we weren't gonna fucking come on.
You can literally
What's he gonna do? Roll down from fucking New York and kick me in the shin?
Wow, listen, bud. Relax with the New York stuff.
I said roll down from New York. It wasn't a New York blast. God damn.
Now you're getting sensitive.
I know. Aren't you in like fucking New Jersey or something anyway?
No, you dickhead.
It's all the same. All you people talk the same.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Just
that's how you trigger them.
I was watching these stupid reels today, and one of them was, animals most likely to kill you, blah, 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 and it keeps going down. It's got a huge list. And then it said 1,000 people get killed by scorpions. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. So I went and I Googled it, and I'm like, no. So like for the most part, scorpions will not kill you, right, with the exception of one type of scorpion. And I think it's closer to you, Chris, the bark scorpion.
Oh, we have tons of those. They end up in your house all the time.
So those are the deadliest scorpion of the, and I think there's like 2,000 types of scorpions. It is the deadliest scorpion that exists, and they're only about 2 inches.
Do you know why it's so deadly? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was at a pet store out here. Sell these. I think they're called death stalkers or something like that. They're scorpions. They make you sign a waiver before you buy them because they're that potent.
That fucking bothers me. That bothers me. You know what fucking bothers me too? Is those Halloween fucking whatchamacallit, like the haunted hay rides or the fucking whatchamacallit, when you have to sign a waiver and they're allowed to fucking touch you.
Oh,
I fucking hate that, and I still do it.
It's amazing that we have so many phobias, but we pay to be scared.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
I do not do. So Crystal loves Halloween. Like I'm a Christmas guy. She loves Halloween, and she every year bugs me and says she wants to go on one of these haunted walks or hay rides or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it because
the whole and do it.
No, because if they touch me, I'm going to knock somebody out.
Oh, stop it.
and sheer knee-jerk reaction, if they touch me, I'm going to knock them out.
You're more likely to apologize to them and say, sorry, I didn't mean to touch you. Yeah. You're just Canadian. You're too nice. That's what's going to happen.
I forgot there's a guy on YouTube, and I forgot the show. It's a show, but it's the same thing. Like it's not a haunted house, but it's this guy was part of the CIA and does all this stuff. So and it's like, and like the people are like in enclosed boxes and shit like that and everything like that, and it tests your fucking all your fucking if you could make it out, and I think at a point there was only one person that ever did it out of had this, and I forgot the name of the fucking show. But it's like some
Is
kind
that
of
that same dude that was like beating the shit out of people and shaving their heads, and he was like legit abusing?
for some reason, I feel that it's in Tennessee too.
It's not in Tennessee.
Yeah. But I gotta look it. I gotta look it up. But
and people pay to do it, don't they?
people pay to do this. Yeah.
McCamey Manor or something like
That's
that.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Creative also put it for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are, I'm going to say, are smarter than me. What the hell is this?
That's the Death Stalker.
That's the Dead Stalker?
Oh, so yeah.
So the bark scorpion. Talking about that when we were in when we were in Fort Hood, just when I was over there for like 3 weeks, just a little while ago, we had a dude get stung by one, and they're everywhere. They're freaking everywhere over there.
Oh yeah,
and they blend into our camouflage. Unfortunately, we had a dude get stung on the hand, and come to find out they had to stop training and give us a briefing because we had like 5 guys get stung. We had one dude go into anaphylactic shock and get sent to the hospital. He almost died. We come to find out the reason that the death rate is so high on them is because their whatever venom, whatever they secrete into you when they sting you, has a 4-hour delay. So for up to 4 hours, your body can go into anaphylactic shock and you'll just fucking kill over. Like you'll stop breathing. 4 hours. Like, so you can have a sting and go back to work and be like, fuck it, I'm fine. And then in 4 hours, just all of a sudden, the toxins hit and you quit breathing. It's fucking stupid. And those things are everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, we get them in the house a lot. And
what are they again?
Bark scorpions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you walk to your kitchen in the middle of the night and step on one.
Fuck that, man. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That just doesn't seem appealing to me. I don't generally fear spiders. I don't like them. Like I told Crystal when she brought them in the house, I'm like, just so you know, if they get out, if you talk, I'm killing it. Like it's not. I'm not picking it up and putting it back for you. It's just going to be one of those whack and it's over and good night. But like. And Crystal can correct me. There's this one spider, and if you get bit by it, it'll put you. And it's a tarantula, but it won't kill you. But it'll put you in like a paralysis. Blue magnet. Anyways, it's another technical damn term, and it just does not seem appealing. One of the guys, he breeds them and he got bit by it and he says, yeah, it screwed my life over for about 2 weeks. I'm like, why do you
I'm moving somewhere cold. Fuck that. Where nothing lives.
Something Metallica?
Metallica?
That's it. Anyways, really pretty looking spider. I would love to see one in person at somebody else's house in a box.
Well, the prettier they are, the more dangerous they are. Is usually general rule of thumb.
Yeah, that's great. It's like women. The prettier they are, the more problems they are.
I'll buy a jumping spider. That'll be it.
There you go.
That's what I'll do. Fuck that shit.
Just spiders are weird. They're one of those animals that like. I don't understand why people want to own. They crawl upside down. Yeah, just all sorts of creepy.
We have a problem with those fucking crickets. So they're called like cave crickets. Anybody get those things?
Cave crickets, hell yeah, dude. Those things are fucking crazy.
So their defense is jumping towards you and at you, and these fucking things could jump like to your face.
Yeah,
right. And I scream like a girl if that fucking thing fucking hits me in the face.
They look like a fucking alien. They do. They're creepy looking, dude. They are. They won't hurt you, but they are creepy, dude. And they will.
You're a 230-pound man.
230, thank you. 100%. It's just like an elephant scared of a mouse, bud.
Yeah. You guys are funny. Phytophobia. What's that fear of?
Dogs?
No. It would sounds like it would be Fido, yeah, but no. Ophidophobia.
Oh, fine. Fear of the ophidiarium?
Is that the snake one? The fear of snakes?
It's fear of snakes.
So
Yeah,
I've never had a fear of snakes in my life.
Me either. We
the,
used to catch them all the time as kids.
so I think that's where ophidiarium got their name from.
Oh.
So,
I was gonna say that's what it kind of sounded like for Jake's name.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Jake the Snake.
Creative. Is anyone have fear of being a failed ball python breeder?
Not as much as the crested gecko breeders.
Damn, Crystal, shots fired.
No, I don't fear that. I think my biggest fear would be like a fear of something happening that I would lose my collection. You know, like a natural disaster, fire in my house. Like I saw a few people post, you know, and the community is pretty good, but like you lose your collection, you lose part of your house, you lose your house. That would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan? Like, God forbid something like that happens.
I grab the biggest pillowcase and I throw as many snakes in a case as I can, and I get the hell out of my house.
You don't have tubs like big tubs or anything next
Well,
to
I have tubs that I could throw them in, but I'm just saying, like, I think it'd be almost easier just to throw, because I can throw them out the window.
I mean, you could use this as a reminder. You know, everybody check their probes and their heat tape.
Yep.
You know, to prevent that, do that regularly.
I think it's almost beneficial for a lot of us that we do have it in our homes, because generally you're home all the time, or like at least every night, so you have a chance to check it. But yeah, like it would definitely be bad.
My house is old, so we've been
go up with that.
Yeah, we've been getting at the electrician in and going through and rewiring everything and all the shit, and it's like, yeah, like that's a fear, like to have your house go up of just plugging a couple of fucking things in or anything like that. So like the guy's putting outlets everywhere it's possible in this house and rewiring everything. Like, yeah, put an outlet there. I don't care if I don't use it. I just want it there.
Yeah.
Right.
So Tennessee has a new rule that on like new builds. So you know how like a lot of houses have the GFCI breakers.
Yep.
In the sinks and stuff.
Yep.
Well, here it's actually the breaker. So they're all GFCI. My whole fucking panel is GFCI. So if it senses any surge at all, it kicks the breaker. So I'll lose power to a whole fucking section of my house and have to go downstairs and check the breaker. And my snake room is the world's worst for fucking having to trip. And it's annoying. You'll go up there like after we come home from work, we'll come home and hear the beep, beep. The battery's fucking about to die on the damn probe, and it's nothing.
When I got solar, I ended up my panel was 100 amps. So, and then when I got solar, I got it upgraded and I talked into getting a upgrade to 200. So all the snakes are on their own breaker and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but just a start, like, you know, like that's definitely a huge fear that
I think Chris just created a new way to breed snakes. You throw them all in a bag and you throw them in there for a day, and then you the next put them all in your rack and try to figure out what your hets are going to be.
So you get a clutch where you don't know the parent.
That's those $50 bag. I don't know what you're talking about. For 4 snakes.
I think ambient is definitely a good idea. That would be right. You just might as well just fucking crank the heat to the house.
Yep.
So we do have a fear of that, and we've had to come up with a evacuation plan for the house, because the way my house is set up, all 3 bedrooms are upstairs, and we run the snake room out of the spare bedroom. Well, Chloe's bedroom is down the hall from the snake bedroom, and from the snake room, and then ours is on the other side, right next to the stairwell. So if that catches on fire, like her getting through that and down the steps, or even us getting down the steps, because the snake room is right next to the steps going down. If it's burning, boy, we might be fucked.
Well, don't you have one of those ladders you throw out the fucking window?
I said we were coming up with a plan. I didn't say we had solidified it yet.
I would say, aren't you supposed to have something? Yeah.
Not in Tennessee. That's not a recommendation. Or it's a recommendation. It's not.
Escape rope ladders. See, me and creative are on the same on the same page.
I'm in what are they called? A high ranch bungalow. So our room is in the basement. So I got literally a set of stairs to walk out to the backyard. And my kids, they have like a 6-foot drop if they jump out their window.
So. Well, that's easy.
We're not breaking too many bones if we have to escape.
You're fucking right out the fucking window.
What's that?
Just jump.
So since I gave the fat man so much shit tonight, I'm gonna give him a little love. You guys don't forget to stay tuned after this at 9:00. Fat Man Live. He has Kelsey Lynn from Nevermore Balls coming on for the Hot Girl episode. It's live only on the Fat Man Nation.
Live only.
Live only.
Tomorrow at 9 p.m. he has episode 121 with Will Morose of RCR.
Yep.
And the 15 minutes contestant will be Steve. I'm going to screw this up. Conduit. Is that correct?
Yes.
Conduit. Yeah.
So don't forget to get that one, and that's tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
And join his fucking Patreon.
Join his damn Patreon.
Yeah.
Show the Fat Man love.
Yeah, man.
You know what you get when you join his Patreon? You know what he brought back? He brought back his secret video chats that nobody that's not on the Patreon now can be a part of.
And right. RCR, by the way, fantastic Canadian breeder that he's bringing on for tomorrow's.
Fucking Canadians.
Hey, you gotta love those fucking Canadians.
Yeah.
And if you missed it, he also put out his storytellers session with Tom Crutchfield. He put that out.
He's bringing back some old school guys. I mean, that fucking awesome. The stories.
He's got this storytellers part that's coming out, man, and he's getting a lot of good information and a lot of the backstory on how things went back in the day that us new people just don't know. So you guys really need to check that out and watch.
Also, being part of his and or Shane's. If you're part of those, they have an episode. I think they do it twice a month that they do together. Shane was talking about it on his
very cool
on his lives. So they do a Patreon together, and they share it. It's cross. So whether you're part of Shane's and or the Fat Man's, you can watch it.
Yes, Crystal.
Nice. Yes, absolutely. I talked so much shit that I felt bad and had to say sorry.
Well, we basically have been riding on the Fat Man's back, so we got to show a little support.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we appreciate him putting us on his channel and letting us get the views and stuff and put our information out there. Whether people actually enjoy this or not is one thing, but if you keep coming back and you keep watching, then we're going to keep thinking you enjoy it, and then we're going to keep doing it.
Yep.
And we're hoping to keep getting better. Next episode is going to with our live is going to be with Chimera. We have Patrick McKnight coming on.
Yes.
So that's on the 21st. Jesus Christ, you guys are so gay. You know what?
Chris, you love it. You love it, Chris.
So next week we have Patrick McKnight from Chimera. He's coming on as a past 15 minutes of lame loser like us, not like you, Paul, but like us.
Yeah, like us.
And we're gonna ask him all those fun questions, see how he's doing, and if you guys don't know, he's doing quite well.
Very well.
Doing very well.
So in the Army, we call that a bluff email. It's bottom line up front, bluff. Yeah, he's doing great. He's fucking fine.
he sells a couple of snakes.
Yeah, he has one or two.
Yeah. So, but no, that's gonna be a fun episode. I think it's everybody should watch with Patrick. If he gives one tip and you take it away, that will be the tip to keep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun episode, and you can't actually have a nicer guy on, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yep.
He made 2.5 mil last year in shitty ball python sales.
The ball
Chris,
python market's dead.
Here's your time. What is your tip of the day? What is your tip of the week? Tip of the week to new ball python breeders. Go. Putting you on the spot.
Who are we asking?
Me.
Chris.
Buy smart. Make those initial purchases count. Don't just go buy normals and pastels and put them together. Do some thought planning and breed with a purpose.
Outstanding. Also, if anybody's wondering, I have a whole lot of ball pythons for sale. Check my Instagram, my Facebook. You can find the list.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, what kind of what you have racks and all that shit too?
I do. I have 5 racks. I have 2 rat racks full of rats still, and all the ball python inhabitants to go with it.
What racks do you have?
So I have 3 regular PVC, 2 vivarium or V electric PVC, and then I have 1. Don't get me lying, I can't remember the name of it. Came from California. It's the hatchling rack.
Okay.
That was a shameless plug right there. But
yeah, shameless plug. Shameless plug.
I feel like you set me up for the layup on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you did. So we're selling Jared's stuff online now.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, everybody.
And for anybody that's wondering, I'm not getting out of the hobby. I know that's been pushed around. I'm just downgrading because of my job requirements right now and what's coming up in the future. So I will still be here and I'll rebuild when I get back. I've got to go away for a little while, and I'm not going to prison. So
I still think you're going to prison. I think you did something wrong and you're going away for a year and you know it. So guys, we will update you if Jared gets a roommate and his name is Bubba.
Yes, Bubba.
I think it's time.
Anyways, so guys, 9:00, Fat Man Nation. Make sure you're watching it. Kelsey Lynn. She looked good with the snake. I don't know what she looks like in person, but we'll see. No filters.
No filters.
No filters.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Good show, guys. Peace out.
See you guys.